Welcome to Technical Laboratory YouTube channel.
In this video I am showing you simulation of JK flip-flop in Logic Gate Simulator. The JK flip-flop is the most widely used flip-flop. It is considered to be a universal flip-flop circuit. The sequential operation of the JK flip-flop is same as for the Rs flip-flop with the same set and reset input. The difference is that the JK flip-flop does not the invalid input states of the Rs latch. The basic symbol of the JK flip-flop is shown. The basic NAND gate Rs flip-flop suffers from two main problems. Firstly, the condition when S equals 0 and R equals 0 should be avoided. Secondly, if the state of S or R changes its state while the input which is enabled is high, the correct latching action does not occur. Thus, to overcome these two problems of the Rs flip-flop, the JK flip-flop was designed. The JK flip-flop is basically a gated Rs flip-flop with the addition of the clock input circuitry. When both the inputs S and R are equal to logic 1, the invalid condition takes place. Thus, to prevent this invalid condition, a clock circuit is introduced. The JK flip-flop has 4 possible input combinations because of the addition of the clocked input. The 4 inputs are logic 1, logic 0, no change and toggle. The circuit diagram of the JK flip-flop is shown in the figure below using 3 input and 2 input NAND gates. I elaborate the circuit diagram of JK flip-flop step by step that you can understand easily, so do not skip the video. The S and R inputs of the Rs bistable have been replaced by the 2 inputs called the J and K input respectively. Here J equals S and K equals R. The 2 input and gates of the Rs flip-flop is replaced by the 2 3 inputs NAND gates with the third input of each gate connected to the outputs at Q end. This cross-coupling of the Rs flip-flop is used to produce toggle action, as the 2 inputs are interlocked. If the circuit is in the set condition, the J input is inhibited by the status 0 of Q through the lower NAND gate. Similarly, the input K is inhibited by 0 status of Q through the upper NAND gate in the reset condition. When both J and K are at logic 1, the JK flip-flop toggle. Truth table of JK flip-flop input-output CLKJKQ100 no change 101 reset 110 set 111 toggle. Some talk about JK flip-flop. JK flip-flop is similar to Rs flip-flop with the feedback which enables only one of its input terminals. It eliminates the invalid condition which arises in the Rs flip-flop and put the input terminal either to set or reset condition 1 at a time. When both the J and K input are at logic 1 at the same time and the clock input is pulsed high, the circuit toggle from its set state to a reset or vice versa. When both the terminals are high, the JK flip-flop acts as a T-type toggle flip-flop. Drawback of JK flip-flop. JK flip-flop has a drawback of timing problem known as race. The condition of race arises if the output Q changes its state before the timing pulse of the clock input has time to go in off state. The timing pulse period, T, should be kept as short as possible to avoid the problem of timing. Let's start the simulation in Logic Gate Simulator. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe the channel.